Hey, it's 12:20 on Monday, and we are at the end of one writing unit. And I promised you from the start of the year that there would be time for free writing. So this is the week to begin that. But before we begin it, I want you to reflect for a minute on the writing you've done and think about some goals. And then we're going to brainstorm possibilities of things you could write and talk about the difference between writing by yourself and writing with a partner. So I'm going to start out kind of reviewing those things and then go to the assessment I want you to do, because I'd like everybody to be here for the assessment, or as many as possible. So let me show you what I mean when I say green belt or free writing. Lauren, did you have a question?
Are we gonna take notes and decide what we're gonna do for our writing today?
We are going to brainstorm some ideas, and you don't have to decide till tomorrow.
I already know what I'm gonna do.
Okay, but just listening then right now, okay? Let me present it, and then you guys can ask questions about it afterwards, okay? So I call this green belt or free writing. Here's an example of the way we celebrated it last time. So last time we posted the kids' things here with links, and then you were able to go and see their projects that they did. So you can see most of them were paired up on this one. So there's lots of them here. A long samurai story, all sorts of things here. Letters. These guys wrote letters back and forth to each other, which was kind of cool. So at one point we'll have a collaboration project, and I will push you to write with somebody else, but you don't have to this time. But in this case, all these people, like these guys, made a table of contents and a story. Somebody made a cookbook, somebody made a newspaper, somebody made an essay, somebody did an informational book. A lot of people thought it was fun to write with a friend, though. Here's a Jamboard comic. I don't know if that one will open. I'm not sure that we still have that Jamboard. See, I don't think we do. Oh, maybe we do. I don't know if we still have. This is like 12 pages long. A Jamboard comic. Book Creator, we actually do still have, and I need to share the code with you guys. So anyway, Jamboard or Book Creator are both kind of fun ways to do that. These are just some examples. And then in a moment, we're going to brainstorm our own examples of free or green belt writing ideas. And you guys are just going to tell me all sorts of things that you could write or things you have written at school. And we're just going to make a list. When we're done with all of that, well, actually, even before we're done with that, in a minute, we're going to do that. But right now, what we're going to do is take a look at this writing checklist self-evaluation. So on this, let me go to view and make it big. Here we go. All right, so each one of you has got a slide that says your name. And I want you to think about the story you just did. So in my case, I'm thinking about my story about the two boys climbing up. Where is it? Here it is. The two boys climbing up Mount St. Helens and all the things I did in this story. So you might even want to open your story and see how you did. And then I'm going to have all of you go onto your slide right here, and I'm going to put it in the chat. And then you're going to go on and you're going to score yourself. And here's how you're going to score yourself. You're going to look at the first thing. This is the list that actually was in the lesson for the end of the unit. The first one says, my introduction introduces the characters, the setting, and the problem. And mine did. It introduced the characters, the setting of going hiking on Mount St. Helens, and the problem somewhat. Maybe I'd give myself a 2 on that. I'm not sure. Oops, I did not want to do that. Okay, let's go back to this view. Sorry. I don't think I can edit it when it's in slideshow mode. Anyway, I'll just leave it the way it's scored right now. So I gave myself a 1. I have body paragraphs with events sequenced in order of when they happen with transition words like first, then, later. Yes, I did really well at that. My writing has sensory details. So you can see if you're just starting, you give yourself a 1. If you think you almost always do this, you give yourself a 2. And if you think you always do it and you do more than that, you can give yourself a 3. So my writing has sensory details, and readers can see it like a movie. And for kids who aren't here today, I'm going to send them a link to the slideshow and expect them to grade themselves. It's kind of an assignment, so there's not an option. I've included properly formatted dialogue with commas, quotation marks, and end marks. Now, see, this doesn't say I just included dialogue, but I included it properly formatted. So if you're not really sure of how to do the dialogue thing, if you're just beginning, give yourself a 1. If you think you're pretty good at it, give yourself a 2. If you think you're an expert and you do it always, give yourself a 3. My conclusion shows what happened to the character and provides a sense, oh, I did it again, of ending. Uh-oh, Ms. Laws, where are you? There you are. I separate my writing into paragraphs. Some of you are very good at that. Some of you are just beginning it. I use commas, at least 5. I use spell and grammar check to edit my story. And I chose my words carefully and tried to include figurative writing like simile, metaphor, hyperbole, personification. Well, I kind of forgot to do that. So I highlighted this as my goal. So I would like to make sure that you score yourself in all these areas and choose one that's going to be your goal and highlight it. Do you guys know how to highlight? You just go and you highlight the writing, and then you go up to the little highlighter up here and you choose a color, and then it's highlighted. So any questions about what we're doing? All right, so here's the deal with the slides. I'm going to share the link with you right now. I just put them in order of the way your, I need to make you guys editors. I need you to do it on your slide in the order that, that you come on my list. So Javier is going to be slide number 1. Amadi, you're slide number 2. Eli, you're 3. Anna, you're 4. Sophia's 5. Brianna's 6. Liam's 7. Amoy, you're 8. David's 9. Halame's 10. Nora's 11. Jax is 12. Lauren's 13. Christian's 14. Luis is 15. Kaino is 16. Evie's 17. Mila's 18. Megan's 19. Sasha's 20. And Vivi is 21. I've already put your names on it, so it shouldn't be a problem. After you're done doing that, come back to me and we'll start brainstorming ideas after a few minutes. If you get done early, you can start coming up with your own idea of what you would like to write. So here's that link. I want everyone to go on the slideshow and go to their slide and grade themselves and highlight a goal. I'm going to pause the recording.
I know you just said that you normally don't let 3 kids together, but can me, Nora, and Evie please go in the same room?
Maybe. We're not really going to do rooms right now, but think about what you want to write, and then tomorrow, if you really want to work with a partner, we'll work on that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So fantasy story, science fiction, chapter book, short online things. These are all ideas that you guys just came up with for writing this week over the next 8 days. Zines, sharing writing with a friend, book of pranks, riddles, jokes. How about just a story, another narrative story, if you wanted to? If you're tired of narrative stories, you don't have to. Another thing that people write is opinion pieces, like why all kids should have their own cell phones, or why kids should not have bedtimes, or whatever you feel strongly about. A magazine, a mystery, educational work, essays on nonfiction topics, nonfiction books about a topic, children's books, cookbooks, comic books, graphic novels, an infograph. You could use Book Creator to create a book of your choice. All right. So one thing I often tell kids is think about what you like to read. Think about what you like to read. Think about what you might never have tried writing. Push yourself. So push yourself to try something new, maybe, or learn something new. Okay. And tomorrow we're going to decide what free or green belt writing idea you're going to work on. I am going to make you pick one thing and stick with it. But if you choose that you're going to write a bunch of short things, then that's fine. So any questions about our green belt